In a never-seen-before fashion, a tragic teenage MC gets juiced up by a supernatural creature and joins the human resistance against them as this one-in-a-million snowflake. The catch is, both sides treat him as an outcast, so he goes on a quest to defeat the big bad of the show and achieve his ultimate goal. You will follow a unique story of the adventures of a tight group of 3 as drastically different people. You will witness their hardships, camaraderie, and perseverance, as well as a bunch of other wild stuff because Chainsaw Man is not your standard shonen. Hello comrade, my name is Mahis. Come, get yourself a beverage and sit down with me. We got a ripcord to pull. To reiterate what I just said, this show is nothing groundbreakingly new. It is packed to the brim with ideas and tropes that borderline copy stuff from other animes. To give you a few examples, Denji's fusion and its implications like losing his humanity is exactly what happens to Shinichi from Parasite. Government officials using supernatural tools to hunt supernatural beings, Tokyo Ghoul. Demon contracts from Dororo. Same thing with characters and their abilities. This is a literal Sasuke, who even gets a Sharingan later. Crackhead is cosplaying a cute girl with the same glasses. Makima is on some Hunter x Hunter shit, and so on. Is this a bad thing? Of course not. It's just funny to find these similarities, and I personally don't care that Chainsaw Man does that for 2 reasons. Its unconventional use of said tropes, and
because it's fucking fun!
Yes, this story is very entertaining. However, you won't find cartoonishly exaggerated garbage or other overused gags here. Only dark and sensitive humor and realistic, slightly abnormal characters. Firstly, Denji the protagonist, who is so down on his luck he might as well hit the bedrock, as he even had to sell half of his baby-making equipment to pay off the interest on an unspeakable amount of debt his self-hanging father left him. He does meaningless work, lives in a shack, and dreams of falling asleep while cuddling a girl. Then, after a questionably fortunate sequence of events, a beautiful woman gives him a hug, food, clothes, literally adopts him as a pet. The thing is, he's all for it, since his previous life was so miserable that even a modicum of kindness is enough to win his trust. So, naturally, he develops an affection and starts thinking about what any regular dude would. How to get close to her and squeeze some titties. Although, got to give it to him, all his endeavors in this department are strictly consensual. Very good message to the public. Secondly, there is the lady in question. Makima seems pretty nice at first glance, but you quickly understand that she's a cunning, manipulative, and downright scary person, which creates an interesting dynamic where we can't really tell if they are the good guys. Obviously, we're doing this world a service by getting rid of devils, yet her methods and some other things are rather suspicious, especially how skillfully she uses others and doesn't even bother to deny that she's into some shady shit. Then we have Aki. You can say that he's a walking stereotype of a cool, quiet character with a sad backstory, until you see that he treats some people warmer than the other, that he has a normal range of emotions, that he does stupid shit sometimes, and you realize he is a cool, quiet guy who happens to keep everybody at a distance due to the weight of his past. Mahis, for fuck's sake, you just said the same exact thing twice! No, there is a difference between being edgy for the sake of being edgy and having an actual personality. Top Knot is a totally normal man, just with a few skeletons in his closet and a job that is both physically and mentally demanding. The last major character is Power the Fiend. Now this is a unique, absolutely adorable bundle of chaos and joy. Like if Inosuke hooked up with Toga, that would be their spawn. She's totally unhinged, does whatever she wants, and in general is everybody else's problem. However, unlike many other crazy characters, she's surprisingly self-aware at times, and, you won't believe this, has a character arc where we can see her behavior adjusting to coexist with humans in relative peace. And you've heard that right, these 3 are not only working together, but also share an apartment, so you think that they're all buddy-buddy, will do everything for each other, and then you hear this.
How'd you feel about your comrades dying?
It's whatever.
I thought, oh, they're all dead now.
Paui doesn't give a damn, Woofer only cares about PB&J, and Aki is straight up using both of their assets for his own goals. The best part? Everybody is aware of each other's intentions, yet they're still having fun together and even bond over time regardless of all the shit that they went through. There are no good people in the show. Where else would you see the main characters giving a Casino Royale treatment to their enemy in retaliation for what he has done? It doesn't make them feel any better in the sense that Denji wasn't sad to begin with, and Aki knows it won't bring anyone back. So it's all about making this guy as miserable as they can. Okay, got to admit, there's a moment or two of Tanjiro sneaking into the show and sympathizing with the devils, but most of the time it's rip and tear first, ask questions later. It's brutal. Their world is a terrible, unforgiving place, especially for the public safety agents. Like, they freely talk about an entire division of them being attacked on a national TV, so don't come crying to me saying it wasn't supposed to be this way, because I'll reply, you bet your sweet ass it was, and you better pay attention. We've been told multiple times in the most nonchalant way that people are dropping like flies, and from this point, it's pedal through the metal. For how simple the gist of it is, the story has plenty of intriguing parts. There is undoubtedly a connection between Denji, Chainsaw Devil, and America's Pride and Joy, as not only are they actively going after our dude when he's a nobody yet, the wounds on Pochta look like gunshots. Also a cellar, the door that he shouldn't open is weird because he has been seeing that dream before merging with the doggo. Then there are people like Makima with her shenanigans and the entire situation with the devil fusion confusion.
Yoo-hoo! Hey, fuckface! Come and get me!
There is a lot to be excited about, including the show's visuals. Seriously, these scenes have no business looking this good, from a walking animation to tucking a fucking shirt. The team has done an outstanding job and deserves all the praise. Yes, the action scenes require some getting used to, but once you do, it's mind-blowing, specifically when it comes to camera. The movements are smooth, backgrounds are stunning, and these faces are just beautiful. You can clearly see blood, sweat, and tears of people who are working on this, as this is so much effort that the Devil Prison must be based on what Mappa Studio looks like. And speaking of art style, I've heard so many things about it, and by far the most stupid one is, it's too gory. Bitch please, this looks like a gummy worm room from Willy Wonka's factory. Sure, there's some blood and guts, but cosplaying Tarantino by adding a bunch of red liquid to everything doesn't make it gory. Watch this, it's not even a horror anime, yet the explosion is way yuckier than what we see here. Chainsawman indeed doesn't pull any punches when it comes to that. However, it's nothing too over the top, as fucking Demon Slayer has better blood and everybody loves it. Oh, and since we're on the topic, can we address the sub versus dub? Listen to this. I swear, the first one sounds like a bad case of constipation, while on the second one,
somebody's getting torn open.
I really prefer the dub, mostly because of P.R.O. Still, we should stop arguing what's better or worse, because we have officially reached the point where both are amazing and it's the matter of what you like as an individual. For me, I don't want to split my attention between what's happening and reading the lines, as well as being spoiled before it is set on screen. Lastly, I'd like to add that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. This show is truly great, yet there are a few issues, many of which can be overlooked, and the rest can be summarized into the show is a bit too short. No shit, Sherlock, it would have allowed us to bond with characters a bit more, as in my opinion, certain events weren't as impactful simply because it happened too soon. And let's be honest, you had to be as bright as this fiend to believe that Makima died, which made me lose the emotional momentum and assume nothing serious is going on. Then, I actually can't believe I'm saying this, a slightly longer training arc, as Denji and P.R.O sharing a brain cell is such a treat, I can't get enough of them. And before you say that, I understand all the foreshadowing with the leg and how it was supposed to be a boom out of nowhere, characters turned away from each other, one standing, one not, so their roles can be reversed and we are like, wow, who could have seen that coming? The question is not what will happen, it's how. That's why I'd like to have a few ideas tickling my balls instead of a general new move that he learned during the training we haven't seen. For example, the reason Rasen Shuriken-like training appears quite enjoyable to me is because I can see the direction that we're going in, but the end result is still unclear, making the payoff also satisfying. That's it, I don't have any major complaints. This show is just all around awesome, and there's only one thing left to say. Give me more. It was I, Mahis, kinda joining the hype into the microphone. Check out Discord and Patreon in the description if you like. Otherwise, have a great, whatever time of the day you have. Until next time, cheers.